I'm going to step out, and I want you to call your jobs and tell them you're not coming back.
Shit is real. Shit is getting real. Shit is real.
It's a long story, but like, let's get into
Press
it.
your bitches. What? Personal is business. You know that I did that. You gon' have him, but he licked it. But then I just split it. Talented and gifted. I guess the table shifts.
I know what it's like to have parents that don't make you do nothing, bro. I'm talking about, and it's not even like one of those parents that's just like, yeah, she ain't gonna do nothing. It's like one of those parents that's like really, 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 really overprotective. And if y'all know, West Indian parents don't let you do nothing. If you got a West Indian parent that lets you do stuff, then I don't even think she West Indian. He West Indian, because West Indian parents don't let y'all do nothing. That's on period. So basically, growing up, like during high school and stuff like that, I ain't get to do nothing. Like, I ain't get to go to no parties. I ain't get to do after school sports. I'm the oldest, okay? So I think that's probably, and I always had to like walk home with my sister, get home at a certain time. My mom was so protective, kid you not, bro. This woman picked me up and dropped me off every day until I was up until senior year, bro. Every day this woman came, picked me up and dropped me home. Like, shout out to my moms. We're not speaking right now, but she goated. Like, I didn't have to take the train. I legit begged her to take the train. I don't know what teenager does that, but I have begged her to take the subway when she had a car.
I'm in my mom's car.
Even when she didn't have a car, she still woke up and took me, my little brother, my little sister. We all hopped on that train, and she took all of us to school before she even had that car. So it was not like, oh yeah, she just got a car, so let me drop the kids off. Nah. My mom was a goat, okay? She dropped us off and picked us up. Even if she didn't have the car, bro, she'll take the train all the way to the school to take the train all the way back home to pick us up on time. Like, that was my mom. Growing up, I didn't really get to do nothing. I didn't really get to hang out, go to parties. I felt like really suffocated, in a sense that I felt like, in my opinion, I didn't get to do like what I wanted to do. And once I got into like my college year, I wanted to start working. I wanted to start going out because, you know, I'm 18. I wanted to, you know, do my own little thing. Kid you not, like during that little break you get in January, like CUNY students have that little break in January between the holidays. You get like a whole month off. And boom, caught me 2 jobs. I was working at Adidas, the flagship in the city, and I was working at the ice skating rink at Bryant Park, and I was lit. I was making that money. Like, my Bryant Park shift would be from 7:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon, and then my shift at Adidas would be from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. When did I sleep?
Real niggas don't sleep. We just take long ass blinks like that and get this money.
I never missed a shift. That's like my only opportunity to get out, you know? Like, that was my only opportunity to like be outside. And the fact that I had to freaking work to see people, like, come on, bro. Like, that was my opportunity to be outside, hang out with people, like meet new people, and I loved it. So like I said, she said I could have a job, but she didn't want me working like after hours. Like, she didn't want me working after 8 o'clock. Like, mom, what job is not going to make me stay till 8 o'clock? Like, what, an 18-year-old child, like, what job is not going to let me, like, it's going to like, oh yeah, I know your mom is strict, so we're going to let you out at 8. Like, come on. Like, that's making it hard for me. Like, I was really, like, before that, I did find a job around the, around that little curfew time I had. Yes, I was 18 with curfew because I listened to my mother. Okay. I was 18 with curfew. So, I did find a job, bro. I was making $20 an hour, bro. $20 an hour, no degree, with that curfew. I was picking my own schedule. Yo, I don't know how I found that job, but God is a blessing. But I was pushing that job. But any whore. Once the holidays started coming, I started looking at them times. Like, my mom told me I had to be home by 9 o'clock, and them job schedules was trying to let me stay till like 12, 1 in the morning. So I was like, all right, I really want to keep this job. It's only seasonal. So what I'm about to do is, let me go to my dad's house and Like, let me go to my dad's house for the Christmas break so my mom wouldn't know I'd be working all those hours, and I was just gonna hustle and bustle my hours over there. By the time that week is done, my schedule was gonna go back to normal. I just go back to mom. My mom was never gonna know what happened. So I was on some like sneaky type time. Isn't that crazy? I had to sneak to work, bro. Like, what? I really had to sneak to go to work. Like, who does that? Who does that? Me. I had to sneak to go to work. Like, come on. Sneak to go to work. Nobody even want to go to work. If people wanted to stay home, they would have stayed home. And it was cold outside. And me had to sneak to go to work. Like, come on. I was wilding. I know. But it's just the fact that I was so suffocated. Like, I didn't get to do nothing. So this was like my opportunity. I'm like, bro, I'm about to make this bread. Okay, I was pulling $1,000 checks. Like, after taxes, bro, I was making bank. Like, well, I feel like I was making bank. But I ain't never touched bread before at that moment. So that little couple $1,000 check, it was never like, oh, that money's mine. I used to like help out also. Like, I remember when my mom flew out to Belize, like, I redecorated the whole crib. I paid one of the bills. I freaking gave everybody new clothes. Like, I made sure the house was straight. I went food shopping, everything. I made sure the house was Gucci before she came back home. So it was not like the money was only going to me. I was trying to use the money to help her out because my mom was a single mom with 4 kids. Like, come on. Like, I really just wanted to help her out and stuff like that. That's where most of my money was going to anyway. Because what else was I going to do with the money? I mean, I had it good. I was living at home, had my own space. Me and my little sister shared a room, but our room was big as hell. Like, we had it good. So it was like, there was no need for me to, honestly, there was no need for me to work, but it was just my opportunity to get out, you know? So fast forward to, I decided to spend the week at my dad's. I don't even mess with my father. So my mom was just like, why she want to spend the week at her dad? That already made it sus. Like, why she want to spend a week at her father's house? Like, come on. She don't even like going over there. But she was just like, yeah, go ahead. You can spend a week at your father's. Da-da-da. So, boom. I was in there. So, my plan was working. And then I was like, bro, it was even like I was trying to go to a boyfriend's house. I was trying to go to work, bro. So, I'm pushing my hours. Like, I was never really at my dad's house because I was always at work. But I didn't care because I didn't like being over there anyway. And kid you not, one night I came home and it was like my mom and my dad was blowing on my phone. I'm like, why would my mom be calling me at 1 a.m. in the morning? So apparently, like, before, I ain't want to get into that because I just want y'all to know, like, I didn't really know, like, how the situation really went down. I was kind of blind-eyed. So I got to my dad's house and he was just like, oh, your mom was looking for you. I was like, why would she be looking for me at 2 in the morning? She was just like, oh, she called to ask you a question, da-da-da. My mom be asleep. So I was just like, that don't even make any sense. So I was like, whatever, what did you tell her? She was like, oh, I told you was at work. Just blew my mind. Like, you just gave her my whole spot. Like, you just gave her my whole position. What you mean you told her I was at work, bro? Yeah, he told her I was at work and stuff like that. Legit, I called her. She was just like, oh, I need you to come home. It was Christmas Eve, bro. So I came home or whatever. And she didn't say nothing to me. Like, she just walked past me. And I was just like, I'm in trouble. So she walked past me or whatever. And after, like, I think she was going to, like, the dentist or something like that. And then she came up to me. And I was holding my little sister or whatever. And she was just like, I'm going to step out. And I want you to call your jobs and tell them you're not coming back. What? She was just like, call your jobs, tell them you're not coming back. Then I want you to heat up the food that's in the fridge and feed it to Sarah. And when I come home, I'm gonna deal with you. Okay. But then it didn't feel right. I was just like, come on, why I gotta quit my jobs though? So I never spoke back to my mom. I was always scared to speak back to my mom. Like, oh yeah, you pussy, you scared to speak back. I don't care. Because my mom did so much for me. I never had to, like, argue with her. I just did whatever she said because I always felt like she was right. But, like, at this moment, I felt like, come on, like, I really wanted to work. Like, I really wanted this job. Like, this was my only thing. I was doing good in school. I wasn't failing no classes. Like, I was a straight-A college student. Like, come on, like, why can't I work? Like, it's only 3 more weeks. Like, let me just hustle and bustle these last couple weeks. So I went up to her, heart beating like I'm up. Like, it was woo, woo, woo. I went up to her and I was just saying, can we at least speak about this? Like, well, I gotta quit my jobs. Well, I gotta quit my job. She was just like, it's not up for, you know how we're saying, you know, parents be like, oh, it's not up for discussion. If you in my house, under my roof, then like you gotta abide by my rules, all of that. She was, you know, that little, yeah, my house, my rules, only one woman in the house, da 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 da. I'm like, but it's not even like that. Like, I was like, I ain't even trying to be disrespectful. I just want to know why I gotta quit. Like, you're not giving me a valid reason. You just telling me to quit. Like, I understand I'm messed up because I was staying there late hours that you didn't want me to stay. But mommy, you bought me a taser and pepper spray. Like, I'm a big girl. Like, I could take care of myself. And I think she was really, really upset because all the sex trafficking that was going around, and I still decided to go and like work and stuff like that. But like at that moment, like I was like, bro, come on. Like, I really like this job. Like, I was bonding with my coworkers and stuff like that. I was like, you really making me quit, bro? Like, come on. So, I started crying. I was freaking like crying because I was crying because I was upset and I was hurt that she didn't want to hear me out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. I ain't doing none of this. Tell everybody I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. That was me. I was just like, yup, I'm out of here. Gone. I started packing my bags. I was just like, I ain't gonna be here no more. I love you. I was telling my sister, like, I love you, bro, but I ain't doing this. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Like, I just wanna work. So I called my dad. Bitch ass nigga. I called my dad. I'm like, Mom, you don't wanna let me work. Get your wife. You know, they're not even married, but I'm like, get your woman. Get your woman. Talk to her. Because she really getting me tight. She's coming out her face. So I was just like, yeah, go get her. Kid you not, bro. He was just like, you know when you crying, you all emotional, he telling you all the things you want to hear. He like, yeah, just come over by me. We're going to work it out. You can finish your hours and I'll speak to your mom about it. Packed all my bags, went to him, went to work. And then I called my mom. And then I went to work, stuff like that. Around 4 or 5 o'clock. Mind you, I got off at 8 that day. So I was just like, well, I got to leave my job. So I called my mom and she was just like, oh, where are you? My heart is beating on. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm in trouble. I'm like, but she can't do nothing. I'm not even home. Like, I would just say, oh, you told me if I want to work, I have to leave. So, you know, I went to daddy. And she would just say, oh, so you left. And I would just say, yeah, something like that. She would just say, so you took all your things. Something like that. And she would just say, oh, okay, good. And then she hung up. That was the last time I ever heard of that woman. I kid you not. I went to daddy. She packed all my stuff in a laundry bag, garbage bag, whatever it was. Brought it to him. Never spoke to her again. She blocked my number, everything. I was just like, oh, so it's like that. Like, mine, you know, that kind of hurt it because, like, me and my mom, we always talk, bro. Like, I was the type to call her for everything. Like, my mom was my best friend. I called her for everything. Like, I'm talking about if a girl stepped on my shoes in school, if a teacher said something I didn't like, if I'm walking down the street and this girl look mad ugly, I'm calling my mom. I'm like, bro, mom, you wouldn't believe. I saw this woman, her lace front was whoosh. Like, I'll be calling my mom, bro, like, for everything. So the fact that, like, even my graduation speech was based on my mom, like, I really, really, like, that really bothered me because I really love her. I really do. And the fact that I haven't spoken to her in such a long time, like, it affects me a lot. So fast forward to me living with my dad. I got there Christmas Day, and you know, people be happy on Christmas, stuff like that. Not me. I was crying. I was mad because I wasn't with my family. I was with his family. I never really got along with his side of the family because I felt like they were all wife side of the family. I love my grandma's side, but his wife's side, they fake. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. So, my dad lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. Wife, 2 kids. I don't know what I thought I was doing. I don't know where I thought there was space for me. But I was sleeping on the couch, bro. That dirty ass couch. Alright, guys, this is the couch I'm talking about. Mad dirty, bro. Mad dirty. So long, because it was so nasty.
Look at it. It's so nasty in this house.
Living with my dad was like the worst thing I could have ever done. Like, I swear to God, if my sister's watching this video, I told you before, I told you, like, I'll tell you again, like, do not ever move to his house, bro. Period. So, he was the type that always put his wife and his kids first. Like,
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Every time, it was always about her and her kids. And, like, she was so fake. Like, one minute she acted like she didn't like you, next minute it was he, ha, ha, ha. Like, I ain't never mixed with her. I really didn't. Like, I never really mixed with her. But when I went, like, over there, I was trying to be nice because, you know, I was going to be over there for a while. But my intention was to go over there, save my bread, and move out. But, like, after a while, like, after a month, they started talking all this, oh, we about to move to Florida. We're going to get a house. You could get your own room. Da-da-da. And, like, me, stupid and naive, the first month I believed it. Like, the first 2 months I believed it, and I started, like, wasting my bread on stupid stuff. When the coronavirus really hit that 3rd month, that's when I realized that when I had to be in quarantine, I really, really, really did not mix with that family at all. Like, it was just the little stuff that they did and said that made me feel uncomfortable. And the only reason why I had to quarantine is because her stupid self, his wife, ended up catching the coronavirus. Like, come on. Come on. Like, I wasn't even close to y'all that long to be catching the virus. I was just trying to play my part so I can get my money and move out. That's it, bro. So I had to quarantine with them for 14 days and I hated it. Like, I was just like, bro, I never got any sleep at all. Like, they was always making noise. She didn't know how to control her kids. It was just bad. Like, just bad. So, I was like, nah. I don't care what I gotta do, but I'm getting my money and I'm getting out of here. I don't care, bro. So I was just like, I'm gonna give me 14 months. So when I planned to move, it was never to be that quick. I was planning to move actually next year, February. I was looking up how to find a job without a degree yet. Cause you know, I'm only 18. I'm still in school, but I was like working on my degree. I was like, what's some high paying jobs I can get without a degree? What jobs can I apply to during this pandemic? How can I make money? Da-da-da. I started selling my stuff on Mercari. I had to get me a credit card. And I only got me a credit card once I knew I was about to start working. So, I was online. I was on a computer. I even had school. I still had to wake up for school for them online stupid classes. But I was still on the computer like, bro, where can I move to? What state is cheaper? Like, how can I get a car? Like, how old do I have to be to get this license, this certification? Like, I was online till like 4 or 5 in the morning looking this stuff up. Like, I never slept. I had a book. I wrote all my little notes down and everything. Like, it was just something that was making me calm. Like, I was writing down everything. I was like, yup. I was like, what states do I want to move to? I knew I wanted to move to either Atlanta, Florida, or Texas. I realized, like, bro, I think I really want to go to Texas. So I was just like, let me save up my money. Then, after I figure out what state I want to go to, I started looking up, like, rent and stuff like that in those places. So I made another list. I was just like, all right, boom. Now that I know what state I want to go to, let me look up how am I going to live in that state. So my mentality was like, F New York. Now I'm thinking about, I'm living in Texas right now. I'm going to move like as if I'm living in Texas right now. So I'm going to move like as if I have bills to pay by the end of the month, you know? So then after I did all that little Zillow research and everything, boom, I went and started looking for a job. I went right on Indeed. Get into it. That's the app to look for jobs. I'll put all the links and everything below for all the apps I look for jobs, all the places I look for apartments, everything. So I went right in Indeed and I started looking at mad jobs. I started applying to everything. I'm talking about everything. I was like things I didn't even know I could do. I was applying to housekeeping, construction, nursing facilities. I don't know, feeders. I don't even know what that is, but I was doing that. I was applying to everything, whatever I didn't need a degree for. I don't care if I was making $13 an hour. I was applying to jobs in Staten Island and Long Island. I'm like, bro, I'm in Brooklyn. What am I doing? So I was applying to everything, bro, everything. So what happened was, after a while, I got this call from this management company in Long Island. Took that whole trip to Long Island, basically wasted my time. The office was closed, came back, and I never got a call back from them until like just recently. And then second one, I got a call back from my current job. I'm not going to tell y'all my job because y'all some stalkers, but I got a call back from my current job, but the place was in, like, I'm just say Queens because y'all can't find me in Queens, but the place was in Queens and I'm in Brooklyn. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm about to go to Queens and I'm about to work. I don't care if I gotta wake up 2, 3 in the morning. I'm going on that train. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna save my bread and they can't tell me nothing. So after that 14 days of quarantine, I went, did my little interview and everything. I woke up 4:30 in the morning, got on that 5:37 train, made there for 7 a.m., did my interview, boom, caught my job. I was like, cause you know, I'm good at interviews. I'm good at that. So I'm gonna make another video on how to interview, how to make a budget sheet, all of that. But I don't wanna consume y'all with all of this information so quickly. So I got into my I got my little job or whatever, but I was only working 2 days a week. And I was just like, bro, I don't care. I'll push it. I'll ask for more days. I don't care if I gotta wake up 4:30 in the morning every day. Kid you not, I never dropped a shift. Every week, 4:30, boom, making that money. I started doing Uber Eats delivery. The other days I didn't work so I can keep up. Like, I just needed money, okay? I was on a little, I don't know. I was looking up sugar daddies and stuff like that. I was like, maybe I can shake this ass for a little bit of cash, okay? For some titty hustles or some. I don't know. I was wilding. I did apply for a sugar daddy. I was just like, maybe I could sell some pictures of my toes and get some money for it. Like, I was looking up, can I scam? How do I scam? Because I don't care. I was wilding. I was looking up mad stuff to make money, but I knew I never like fulfilled through it. Like fulfilled through it. I never did that because I was just like, I want a sugar daddy. Like, they so old. Like, come on. I don't want to scam because what if I get caught? Like, I was so scared. Like, what if I get caught? Then what? Then I'm in jail. And then, like, what? Like, what? So I was like, nah, I'm not scamming. So I just stuck with my little Uber Eats and my 2 days a week and my job or whatever. And, after, like, begging for days, by my 3rd week, I had 7 days a week. And I was working all 7 days. I never missed a day. I was there every day. Every day I was making my money and saving. I didn't spend a penny unless I had to. All I was paying for was my phone bill and my credit card bill. And the only reason why I had a credit card bill is because I needed to start building my credit so I can move out in 6 months. Because that was like when you get a credit score in 6 months. So I already knew like how it was. But my original goal was to save up 14 months. So my thing was to save up $1,000 every month. So, my dad had hired a babysitter, and the babysitter would come there at a certain time, but wouldn't leave until like later at night. And I'll get off and I'll come at 5 o'clock and I'll be dumb tired. You know when you're tired, you just want to take a nap. I could have never done that because I didn't have a bed. Like, I didn't have my own space. I was in a 1-bedroom apartment. There was a couch. That was my couch. The babysitter was always in the living room. My stepmom or whatever, she was working at home. And then my dad, he owns the store downstairs, but like, he was always home. So it was just like, damn, I couldn't go home and sleep. Like, I didn't get no time to sleep. And it really bothered me. Like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to sleep so I could just go to work, do what I had to do. I'm like, I ain't asking for no food. I ain't asking for no money for no transportation. I ain't asking to pay my phone bill. I'm not asking for nothing. Like, all I'm asking for you is to have some decency so I can go to sleep. That's it. So, after like weeks and weeks of doing it, I started like realizing like I can't stay in that household. So I started taking the bike or whatever, still doing my Uber Eats. Then I started riding around the park. Like, imagine working from 7, like being up from 4:30 in the morning, ending your shift at 3 o'clock, coming home because it was an hour and 30 minutes for me to get there. So coming home around 4:30 and then not being able to go to sleep. So you gotta go bike somewhere or be outside the house until like 6, 7 o'clock because that's when the babysitter leave. And then still not being able to sleep because they don't have a bedtime or curfew. Mine, know how you don't give your kids a bedtime when your kid is 10 and 2. Like, how you letting your kids, not even 2, 1. How you letting your kids run your house? Like, come on, you cannot be a real Haitian parent if you letting your kids run your house. Like, I never seen 2 set of disrespectful kids ever. Like, it really blew minds. Like, I couldn't say no too hard in front of my mom. She would have slapped me. Like, she would have, I couldn't even think about it. She would have bopped just like that. I'm like, oh. Like, bro. And those kids, he was always, like, disrespectful, like, talk back to her and everything. I used to just be sitting there on my phone, like, so you ain't gonna do nothing? You ain't gonna say nothing?
Wait a damn minute.
He just called you fat. He ain't, ain't this about a beach? Ain't that a damn shame? That's what it is, America. That's how I used to do. Like, I didn't even use their cable, bro. I was paying $24.99 for my own Amazon account, bro. I didn't use nothing from them. I didn't want to use nothing from them, bro. So, after a while, like, of me being tired, I remember trying to sleep, but like, I had to blast my headphones to try to get some decency because, like, this is the bedroom. Well, I mean, this is the living room, right? This would be the kitchen, and then there would have like a little hallway right here. I kid you not, this woman used to get me tight. She would flick on the hallway light, leave it on. Flick on the kitchen light, leave it on. Run the water, leave it on. I'm like, yo, how you expect me to sleep if you making mad noise? Then you have your big-headed son running around and stuff like that. Then your baby, you don't know how to put her to sleep. Like, come on, bro. So I was tight. So, like, after, like, weeks and weeks of dealing with that, I text my dad, and I'm like, I'm going to drop the text messages because I want y'all to see proof. I have the proof. I have the proof. Okay? I have the proof. I'm going to let y'all see the proof. Show you the proof. So, I dropped, I had the little text message on the phone or whatever, and I texted him or whatever. I'm like, I don't understand how you always tell me you can sleep upstairs in the house. I'm not getting any sleep. Like, can you have some type of decency, or tell your wife to have some type of decency, because she's always flicking on the light, running the water, the kids is running back and forth. Like, how am I supposed to sleep when I got work in the morning? Kid you not. He was just like, oh, don't, he started cursing. He was just like, I don't want to hear no S about no, having some decency, because we had to adjust ourselves to you. Nobody go to sleep at that time. Nobody go to sleep at 2 in the morning. Nobody go to sleep at 2 in the morning. I know kids that be in bed by 8 o'clock. What do you mean nobody go to sleep at 2 in the morning? You just like, oh, nobody go to sleep at that time. If you was at your mom's house, you wouldn't be working all those hours. Da da da. What all those hours? I was working a 7 to 3, a regular 8 to 4. Like, come on, what are you talking about? So he was just like, da-da-da-da, just talking mad mess. And then every time he brought up my mom, I already got tight. I'm like, don't bring up my mom. Do not bring up my mom, because I'll really fight you. No cap. Do not bring up my mom. I swear to God, I wouldn't fight you, but I'll lay your wife flat. Kid you not. Like, do not bring up my mother, because my mom has done everything for me. I kid you not. I would never disrespect that woman, ever. I don't care what we're going through. I would never, ever disrespect that woman. I was going hard on that. I was like, do not ever bring up my mother, period. So then after that, I called my aunt, and now I'm crying, because it's like, I don't got no friends. I don't have nowhere to go. And it's like, I gotta stay, like, I have to deal with this, like, bro. And I was crying. I was like going through it. I was just emotional. And I'm telling my aunt, like, auntie, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm really mad. Like, I'm shaking. I can't do this. I know her big-headed self was listening in the bedroom. Like, if she had said something, I swear to God, I was gonna beat her ass. But I was like, auntie, I can't do this. Like, I'm crying. I'm emotional. Like, I really can't. Like, come on. Like, I never, like, my dad shouldn't be treating me like this, bro. Like, I kid you not. This woman, every time I put a clean bed sheet on the freaking couch, the next day it will go missing, as if she took it away. Like, I didn't even have a pillow, bro. I did not have a pillow on that bum-ass couch. I only had a bed sheet. And every time I took a clean sheet, she'll take it away, and I would have to go find something else. Like, she tried to purposely give me dirty bed sheets for me to sleep on, after her big, fat, sweaty ass would sit on them fucking sheets. But, so I'm going back and forth with him and stuff like that. And I called, while I'm on the phone with my aunt, he's still texting me, cursing me out. So I'm like, then he started calling me. So I'm like, auntie, I'm about to mute you. I just want you to know how my father has been speaking to me for the last couple of months and what I've been dealing through. And I just want you to hear it. Like, I just want you to hear it. So mute yourself and don't say nothing. So I merged the calls, and he was just going off. He would just say, I can't effing stand you. You always starting problems. If there's such a problem, just go to sleep. Da-da-da. Nobody have curfew at those times. If you was with your mom, you wouldn't be doing this. I can't wait for you to get the F out. I'm going to call your mom so you can move. Da-da-da. Just going off. I'm like, bro, what? Like, I'm like mad calm. I'm like, bro, I never disrespected you. Like, what are you talking about? You realize you're cursing me out because I asked if the lights can be turned off so I can get some sleep. He was like, nobody told you to work all them effing hours in the first place. Just going off. And I'm like, bro, what? What are you talking about? Like, what are you really talking about? So he's just going off and everything. After that, he hung up, and my aunt, I was like, aunt, so you can mute yourself now, because he hung up. And she was just like, my niece, no man should ever speak to you like that. You know, try to save up, do what you gotta do, and get out of there. And I was just like, I'm going to get out of there. And after he done cursed me out and everything, he came upstairs, didn't speak to me. And I was trying to hold in my emotionals. I was trying to hold in my emotions, but I ended up coming away crying. I was mad emotional. Like, my eyes was bloodshot red from crying. Because I'm like, as a father, you should never, ever treat your daughter that way. Ever. Like, your daughter should be your main priority, bro. Period. Like, and the fact that I ain't even asking you for nothing. Like, he would get mad. Oh, why are you cutting your hair? Well, girls can't have short hair, bro. Like, I have, like, a short hair. Girls can't have short hair. I had my little tattoos and stuff like that. He was just like, oh, you making me look stupid because why would you get a tattoo? What? My mom said I could get a tattoo at 18. Oh, but I said 21. Okay, but you not my mom. You have no say. You was never there. You never raised me. So you don't have no say. So if my mom said I could get it at 18, I'm going to get it. And that's it. Like, he was talking about my piercings. He was talking about all my piercings here. All of that. He was talking about my belly ring. He would just be on me for no reason. Like, for no reason. Like, I didn't even have privacy in the bathroom, bro. Like, I was like, I kid you not, it was always this close to them walking in on me naked. Because it would be like when I just finished wrapping myself with a towel or when I just finished putting on a shirt. I'm like, what the hell? Like, y'all don't knock? Like, what type of household is this where y'all just walk up into the freaking door? So we walk into the freaking bathroom. Like, come on. So, I came to her crying and I was emotional and stuff like that. And I found out about this free hotel thing. And it's basically you get a free hotel for a month. So once I found out and I applied, like all my coworkers applied. They were just like, well, they're gonna apply, and if I don't get it, they'll give me their hotel. So I didn't get a hotel room, but when I came home, packed up everything. And it wasn't even my home. When I went to his house, I packed up everything. I was like, but I don't care where I go. I don't care if I go in the streets, but I'm not staying in this shit. I'm not. Packed up all my stuff, and I ain't have a lot of things. I kid you not, my stuff fit in one laundry bag, one suitcase, and one beach bag. Everything else, that's it. That's all I had. Because I didn't have a lot. Because I didn't plan on buying nothing. I was just like, I really just got to get out, you know? So, damn, like, I don't know how I did it. I just prayed a lot. I really just prayed to God that he was going to take care of me. Because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to go. Like, where am I going to stay? Where am I going to go? So, I packed all my stuff. And I end up keeping it, and my friend picked me up, and I stood the night at her house because I was still waiting on confirmation to see if I got that hotel stay. Kid you not, 2 hours, bro. 2 hours before I was supposed to clock out, I got that confirmation saying that I got a free stay at this hotel, 5-star hotel for a whole month. And I was like, it's lit. I don't even gotta go back. Because when I was packing all my stuff and I walked out that door and I got into that Uber, all the weight lifted off of my shoulders, like everything. Like, I just felt so relieved. I was so happy. Like, I was smiling. Like, my face, look at me, I'm glowing. I was glowing. Like, I was just so happy. Like, I was crying. I was like, nah, I'm never going back there again. Kid you not, I didn't just, like, he was not there when I packed up. They were at the park or whatever. So I called him to tell him I was leaving. He didn't pick up. So I texted him, and I was just like, I tried calling you. I just want you to know that I did leave, and I appreciate everything you did for me, but I'm not coming back. This man responded with, congratulations, you're officially off my list. I never want to hear from you again. What type of bitch ass father does that shit? Like, why would you ever say that to your child? Like, you don't ever want to hear from me again because I left off of what you and your wife been doing, how y'all been treating me? Like, are you serious? So I was like, nah, not gonna do it. Y'all was dead treating me like I'm a maid or I'm y'all babysitter. I'm not doing this, bro. I'm really not doing this. So I was like, all right, whatever. I was like, I was never in your book to begin with. Because if I was, like, come on, if I was really in your book, there would be no reason, bro. No reason why I would have felt uncomfortable enough to pick up and leave and not tell you nothing. Like, just out of the blue, just pick up and leave and not come back. So I was just like, just want you to know, I was never in your book to begin with. But LOL, God bless. And then he responds with, I hope you get everything that's coming for you. Yes, baby, I hope so too, because I'm gonna get that blessings, okay? I'm gonna get that money, I'm gonna get my license, I'm gonna get my degree, and I'm gonna be straight. So I was just like, LOL, okay, God bless. And I sent that little bye with the little Zendaya. I was just like, fuck, like, I'm gonna be out. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. So, like, after that, I blocked his number or whatever. And I was just like, respectfully, never spoke to that man again after that. So let me tell you how fake friends come into the play, okay? Fake friends. I freaking invited this girl over, told her everything. I was emotional, I was crying. I was just like, I told her exactly what I've been through and stuff like that. She was just like, oh yeah, girl, you can come over. My friend and my mom was renting this room to this girl. She not renting no more, but you can come. It'll only be like $300, $500 a month. Word, bet. So I was just like, good. After like freaking a whole month of worrying, I was just like, good. I finally found a place to stay. It's $500 a month. Kid you not, 2 weeks before I'm supposed to check out of the hotel, and I was starting to pack up everything. I ordered all my stuff to start my business and everything. Yes, I'm starting a business. I'll tell you about that later. But 2 weeks, she freaking called me. She had like some type of attitude, and she was just like, "Oh, what you trying to do with your life?" Da da da. First of all, you're not my mom.
You're not my dad! You also hear something! Ugly ass fucking noodle!
You trying to ask me all that questions for? But I'm thinking like, yeah, she's just trying to be nice. So let me just tell her like I'm on my shit. I'm making my money. Da da da. But she was just like, "Oh, I don't know. You be using that friend term too loosely." But when you be speaking about somebody, you always be like, "Oh yeah, my friend said," or "This my friend." Lord knows that's not even your friend, but you always say it though. Like you always be like, "Yeah, my friend this, my friend that." But even though if it's not your friend, you just say it. Like, can't tell me you just say it. Like, come on. So scratch that. Next day, like 3 in the morning, when I fell asleep, I woke up to a text message that said, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable sharing my living space with you, so whatever you sent to my house, cancel it." Da da da. So it's a good thing I never sent nothing to the house, period. So I was just like, whatever, just bring me back my extra room key, and by Friday, and that's it. Soon as she put my room key on my table, blocked her. I was just like, dub, because that's mad childish. Like, you know all the shit I'm going through, and you're gonna be mad petty because you see I'm doing good, bro. You see I'm doing great, and I'm good doing my job, and I'm starting my business. All of a sudden, you don't want to share your living space with me? All right. I'm not even gonna argue with you. God is gonna fix you. Like I ain't gonna go through all of that. But go ahead. God is gonna lay you straight. Period. So, the next person I tried to rent a room from, it was $120 a week. Kid you not, God didn't want to meet up with me because he found out my age. Because he found out I was 18. He was just like, "Oh, I had a bad experience with young girls." Da 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 da. Fine, boom. Not even gonna argue with you too, because I'm always gonna find somebody better. I prayed and I got blessings and I got money to fix it. So whatever. So next person. Oh my God. I'm gonna just put that in another story, because that's something that's gonna stretch it. Like, that was bad. Point is, it didn't go through. So 1 week now, I have 7 days to find me a place, or else I'm out on my ass. Like, I'm gonna be in the streets. And I decided to, like, I was like, bro, I got like a good 3K in my bank account. Let me just find somewhere. So I decided to rent me an Airbnb for a month. And I was just like, I'll just stay there for a month, get it on and whatever. And that's it. Like, I don't mind staying in an Airbnb for a month. Like, at least I have a place to myself or whatever. At least I got a bed to sleep on. At least I got a place to go. So, I was applying for mad places. Like, at this point, because I wanted to move to another state, I didn't need a whole apartment. I was just looking for a roommate at this point. So I was applying to mad different places, looking for rooms, looking for decent prices. And some of these rooms look like dungeons. Like, they look bad. They look bad. So I was just saying, I'm going to be picky, because, like, I'm not going to be spending my money $800, $900 a month, and I'm going to be sitting in anywhere. Like, come on. Like, no. So about 4 days now before I'm like out, I applied for like a extension for my hotel. And while I'm at this creep's house looking, the other story, I'm about to tell you that next video. While I'm at that person's house looking for a place, I get a call from another girl. She was like, "Do you want to do a Zoom call for this video, for this bedroom? I'm gonna show you how it is." Mind you, the pictures of the room, I thought it was fake, because it's mad nice. Like, it's mad nice. I'm talking about, it can't. I had 2 roommates. I don't care, fine. 5-bedroom apartment though, 1.5 bathroom, dryer and washer and set, dishwasher and set, stainless steel appliances, and we got a gym in the downstairs for $800 a month. I was like, I'm getting on that. So, kid you not, everybody was giving me a hard time, but she did not, bro. She really didn't give me a hard time. Like, I signed a lease, everything, boom, 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 that one day. I quickly canceled that Airbnb. I was like, yeah, honey, I'm gonna need my $900 back, because I found me a place. I found me a place. So I was mad hype. I was just like, I called my uncle. I was like, bro, I just finished signing my lease, and I picked up my key. I picked up my key like a week ago from today. And I moved into my apartment yesterday, finally put all my stuff. And not only that, but I also got a confirmation from the hotel that I got an extended stay for another month. So not only do I have my own place to stay at, well, it's not my own place, but I got roommates, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm doing everything on my own. But I also got a hotel room for like a whole month's stay. So you can't tell me that's not blessings. You can't tell me God was just like, yeah, she's struggling. Let me sprinkle some blessings on her. Let me salt bay that. Let me make it sweet for her. and I prayed. And I tell you, God really works, bro, because every night I prayed, and every day was something different. And on top of all of that, my boss calls me and was just like, what do you think about having a permanent position? I was just like, I got me. So there we go. There we have it. That's my story.